Welcome everyone. Welcome to West Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers Virtual College Fair. We have an awesome list of schools for you to hear from tonight. And I just have a couple of housekeeping items before we get started. So first, we know that you're going to have lots of questions for our panelists. So you want to make sure that you put your questions in the Q&A down at the bottom of your screen. Ask your question, then also make sure you list the college or university that you're directing your question to. That will help them know who needs to answer the question. The second thing is, this is a webinar, so your camera and your microphone are off. So our panelists can or cannot see or hear you. So that's why it's important that you use that Q&A. Next, there are more sessions for you to sign up for. So if you like this format, there are going to be colleges that are going to be highlighted in the next hour from now, but also tomorrow and the next night. So sign up for more sessions. And this is being recorded, and the recording will be available on that same website where you registered within about a week. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our panelists. First up, I am really excited to announce that you're going to hear from Davis and Elkins College.
Hello, everyone.
There you go.
Hello, everyone. My name's Emily. I am from Davis and Elkins College. I'm going to start by sharing a quick video with you all, and hopefully you get a little more insight about what we're all about.
It's a lot different now. We are adapting to a new normal. A number of things are uncertain, but it's in uncertainty that leaders rise. At Davis and Elkins College, we challenge our students and faculty to lead the way. With 45 academic programs, 35 student organizations, and a unique learning experience, we are prepared to adapt to change. And our students rise to the challenges set before them. Students here are encouraged to celebrate their diversity, express their creativity, engage in competition, and seize their futures. Because curiosity and free thinking opens minds and doors, and our hands-on learning approach guides a journey of self-discovery and success. Our campus is nestled in the town of Elkins, West Virginia, where it is surrounded by opportunities and adventure. Students are welcomed as a part of the community and encouraged to seek growth outside the classroom. And with access to winter sports and outdoor activities like camping, biking, hiking, and canoeing, there's no excuse for boredom. Rooted in more than 115 years of tradition, we remain committed to providing a safe campus and a nurturing environment that values ingenuity and thoughtfulness, while fostering social, emotional, spiritual, and physical well-being. Despite uncertainty, some things stay the same. It's in uncertain times that leaders rise. Join us today in leading the way.
So a little bit more about Davis and Elkins College. We are a small school located in Elkins, West Virginia. We have just under 800 students enrolled. We have over 40 different degree programs, including associate's degrees and bachelor's degrees, as well as pre-professional programs and several minors. One unique thing about our school is we have a small class size approach. Throughout the pandemic, this entire year, we have been able to stay with in-person classes, and it's something that we're really committed to as an institution. Many of our students are able to build strong relationships with their professors in the small class size model. And through this, they're able to grow and then go on to get internships, jobs, and earn graduate degrees. We have many different scholarships that we offer here, including international scholarships, scholarships for West Virginia students, and out-of-state students. This is a picture of our brand new Miles Center that we received through a $6 million donation. And it's really brought out the central area of our campus, and it's going to be used as an event space as well as a socially distanced learning environment. In the town of Elkins, we have a classic college small town vibe, and everyone feels like family on our campus. This map shows our 172-acre campus. And although the map makes it look flat, there are some hills, and there's also some hiking trails, as well as a paintball course and some other unique features nestled in within our campus. Here's some more pictures. We have something called the Ice House, which is used as an event space for students. And we have beautiful views of the mountains from our hillside. Our mission is to prepare and inspire students for success and thoughtful engagement in the world. And these are our steps in the enrollment process. And we are happy to help students through this process with a hands-on approach, and we are looking forward to getting to know some new students in the future. Thank you.
Thanks, Emily, and to Davis and Elkins. Audience, don't forget, you can put those questions in your chat at the Q&A, or not the chat, the Q&A below, and our panelists will be able to answer those at any time. Up next, you have the opportunity and the privilege to hear from Point Park University.
Hello, my name is Jared Bittner. I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions at Point Park University. I'd just like to start off by giving you a brief background on Point Park. We're a small private university located downtown Pittsburgh. And we have approximately 4,000 students that go to Point Park. Out of that 4,000, we have approximately 3,200 undergraduate students, 900 master's and doctoral students. And we have 5 schools in total. We have the School of Arts and Sciences, the Roland School of Business, the School of Communication, the School of Education, and the Conservatory of Performing Arts. Within those 5 schools, we have 79 bachelor degrees and 20 graduate degrees. And we have an alumni network of over 28,000. And our alumni network makes up 49 states and 33 countries. First school is the School of Arts and Sciences, which has a criminal justice and intelligence studies department with majors such as criminal justice, forensic science, intelligence, and national security. We also have a natural sciences and engineering technology department. On the engineering side, we have electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering technology. On the natural sciences side of things, we have biological sciences and funeral services. We also have a humanities and social sciences department with majors such as global cultural studies, legal studies, political science. We have a literary arts and social justice department with creative writing, English, social justice studies. And then we have a psychology department with behavioral sciences and psychology. Behavioral sciences has focuses in sociology and social work. Our psychology major has concentrations in clinical child, forensic psychology, community psychology, religious psychology. We also have a pre-med and pre-professional studies track that you can do with that you can add on to any major at the university. Next up is the Roland School of Business, which has majors such as accounting, computer science, human resources, marketing and sales, sports, arts, and entertainment management. We also have a partnership. Our school of business has a partnership with Stage AE, so our sports, arts, and entertainment management students can learn how to run a concert venue. We also have a lot of, a wide variety of different partnerships, a lot of different businesses in the area with our other, all our schools at the university. So one of the benefits to being a downtown campus in downtown Pittsburgh is the fact that we do have a lot of connections with a lot of the businesses and corporations close by. We also have the School of Communications, which has majors such as broadcast production, graphic design, journalism, multimedia, photography, public relations, and advertising. We do have a new Center for Media Innovation, which has new broadcast, radio, TV studios, photography studios, multimedia newsroom. And we have a speaker series that takes place every year at the Center for Media Innovation, where we have professionals from the world of communications to come to talk about their professions and just give some information to our students about what it takes to get into those fields. We also have the School of Education, which has instructional studies, pre-K through 4, 4 through 8, and secondary ed. And you can do a dual certification in special ed with pre-K through 4, 4 through 8, and secondary education. We have the Conservatory of Performing Arts, which has a theater department, dance department, and cinema department. Under the theater department, we have acting, musical theater, theater arts, theater production. Under dance, we have concentrations in jazz, ballet, and modern. And under our cinema department, we have cinema production, animation and visual effects, screenwriting. All of our conservatory majors, you have to be both academically and artistically admitted to go into those programs. In order to be considered for artistic admission, you either need to submit a portfolio, do an interview, or do an audition, depending on the major. Once again, I mentioned we have a lot of different, being downtown Pittsburgh, it gives our students a lot of opportunities for professional development. So there's a wide variety of internships close by within walking distance that you can take advantage of. We also have a cooperative education program, which is open to most of our majors at the university, which gives our students an opportunity to work full-time for a semester, getting paid and getting college credit and doing meaningful work. So it's a good opportunity to gain professional experience while you're at the university, but also possibly segue that into a job after you've completed that cooperative education program. We also have over 1,000 students living on campus. Lawrence Hall and Thayer Hall are our first-year student dorms. They're traditional dorms. We also have suites and apartments for sophomores, juniors, and seniors. We have free cable, laundry, and Wi-Fi at the university. And being where we are, you're in walking distance to jobs, internships, sporting events, restaurants, shops, parks, and performance venues. We also have over 50 clubs and activities at the university, both interest-based and academic. We have an activity shuttle that takes students throughout the city to places like malls, movie theaters, grocery runs. We have a student center where students can work out. There's conference spaces for our clubs and activities. There's also a rec room in there. We also have over 15 student discounts at different businesses in the area too, as long as you show your student ID. We have 18 varsity sports at the university. We also have scholarships available for athletes. We have a study abroad program. So if students want to get involved with that, we have sponsored locations in England, Italy, and Spain. And we also have independent study abroad and international trips with faculty. And when it comes to financial aid, 99% of our students receive some form of financial aid. Freshman scholarships range between $14,000 to $20,000 a year, transfer between $10,000 and $16,000. Conservatory has artistic scholarships that range between $3,000 to $25,000, and a dean's academic, which is $5,000 per year. All right, and that is the conclusion of my presentation. I'll turn it over to the next.
Thanks so much, Jarrett, to you and to Point Park University. Next up, you have the pleasure to hear from Eastern Kentucky University.
Hello and welcome, everyone. First and foremost, I wanted to welcome you all. So like she said, my name is Madison Miller, and I am here presenting for Eastern Kentucky University. I am one of the admissions counselors here at EKU. This is just a little bit of my contact information, which I'm sure I will be able to give to you all at some point after this. I wanted to just go over the agenda real quick. So we're going to do a little bit of an overview of the university. And with that being said, I have a video after this slide that I'm going to show you all. And then we're going to go over the academic parts of EKU, student life, campus rec, financial aid, scholarships, how to apply to EKU, as well as the enrollment process, and then some of the virtual admission services that we do have now. So let's see. Okay, we're just gonna go over a little bit of the university overview. So if a lot of you all are not aware of where EKU is located, we are located in Kentucky. It is the Bluegrass region. Everyone calls our campus the Campus Beautiful. I'm sure you all will see that in the video. It is a beautiful campus here in Kentucky. We do have our main campus, which is in Richmond, but we also have 2 campuses that branch off, which are in Manchester and Corbin. The enrollment is about 15,000 students. We have a brand new state-of-the-art science building. We have brand new residence halls as well as a brand new dining hall. We have newly renovated student union buildings as well as a really nice student recreation center. And we are the school of opportunity. So nearly 30% of our students are first year in their family to attend college ever. And we have awesome scholarship opportunities for those students specifically. So a little bit of the academic overview. So we have over 100 career focused programs. We have an awesome criminal justice program, nursing program. Those are the 2 that we are known for, and they are the ones that help us become a college of institution. And then we have our honors program. Our student to faculty ratio is 15:1, which normally you would see in a smaller university or even a community college. So that's super awesome that we have the 15:1. And then also more than 75% of graduates are employed in Kentucky 1 year after graduation. But of course, that is, you all can get a job anywhere, just as a lot of schools have mentioned. We also have all of our programs, you are required to do an internship. So that is a requirement. So that also helps students get out and about. And then student life, this is so important. So we have over 200 student organizations that you can join. That includes fraternity and sororities. We also have some study abroad. A really cool thing that we have is spring break trips that our college will take. And a lot of those are through different programs that we have here. We also have Colonel's Cupboard. So if any student is financially in a bundle and they don't really have a lot, we have that open for students. They can come get food, anything that they need necessity wise. So our athletics, we actually just changed from the NCAA Division I to the ASUN conference. So we have 6 men's and 8 women's sports teams, and all students get into games for free. And this is the brand new rec center that I was talking to you all about. If anyone is familiar with Kentucky, the Natural Bridge or anything, if you are an outdoorsy person, we actually have a rock climbing in our new gym that resembles that exactly. So that's super cool and students love that. Also, we have group and personal fitness programs in there. All of it's free. You can rent equipment. We also are very close to a lake, so students love to rent kayaks, canoes, and go out to the lake for a day. It's super fun. Let's see. And then dining plans. So this is also a picture of our brand new dining hall. Within that, we have Subway, Chick-fil-A, Panda Express, all the good stuff, of course. Einstein Bagels is definitely my favorite. And then housing and parking. So we have multiple housing options. With that comes free Wi-Fi, cable, streaming services, as well as parking, and that includes freshmen. I know some universities don't allow that, but we do. Everyone can come. And if you don't have that, then we have a Biggie Transit. So another cool thing about EKU is our out-of-state tuition rate is only $10,300. I know that competes with a lot of your in-state costs. So if you wanted to go out of state to Kentucky, it's probably going to be around the same price that it would be for you to stay in your state. So like I said, $10,300, which is super awesome. And then with that financial aid, here I have our school code. And then also we have federal Pell Grants, and that just depends on the eligibility. We have some loans that are awarded through the U.S. Department of Education, and then we have on-campus jobs as well. And this is another super exciting thing that EKU has. So we have a new program called EKU Booksmart. All undergraduate students starting in the fall of 2021, you will have your books paid for. You don't have to fill anything out. It is automatic, and you will have your books paid for all 4 years that you are at EKU. So this is something that we're so excited for because we are the school of opportunity and we want to ensure that all students that are here don't have to miss out on taking a certain class because of that. Okay, and then here are just more scholarships. Like I said, a lot of our students are first generation. So the Trailblazer is one that a lot of students apply for and get, as well as the alumni and legacy scholarships. And then this is just the admission. So we are test optional, meaning you do not have to turn in your test scores. The application is free and it's a super easy process. Normally it takes about 10 minutes. And like I said before, this is the FAFSA code if you all needed that. And let's see, this is just some of the admission services that we have. So if you ever wanted to meet with us, we are mostly virtual, but we will meet in person if you want. And that is all I have for you all today.
Thanks so much, Madison, to you and Eastern Kentucky University. I know you've heard from so many great schools so far, and we still have 2 more. So up next, you're going to hear from Pierpont Community and Technical College, and don't forget to put those questions in the Q&A.
Thanks, Courtney. Hi, guys. My name is Sky. I am an admissions advisor for Pierpont Community and Technical College. We are an open enrollment institution, meaning we do not require certain test scores to be enrolled at Pierpont. Test scores do help you get into selective programs, but certain programs are not selective. So because of that, we came up with the mission statement that our vision is empowering individuals to transform their lives through education. We don't want to get in the way of anyone getting an education if they want to, which is why we chose to be open enrollment. We do have 3 campuses. Our main campus is located in North Central West Virginia in Fairmont. And this campus houses our residence halls. We do have a unique relationship with one of the local universities who chooses to share their residence halls with us. Typically in West Virginia, community colleges are not able to offer dorms or residence halls. Luckily for us, we can do that for you. Our second campus is the Robert C. Byrd National Aerospace Education Center. This campus is an actual airport and it houses our aviation maintenance program. And our third campus is our Advanced Technical Center, or ATC. And this campus houses most of our health sciences programs and our advanced technology programs. First, we have 3 schools at Pierpont. The first school I want to talk about is the School of Business, Aviation, and Technology. Within this school, we do have, I'm going to highlight a few of our majors. Applied design, that includes fashion merchandising, interior design, things like that. Applied process technology, aviation maintenance technology, business, of course, drafting and design engineering technology. This degree program actually offers experience with 3D printing and AutoCAD technologies. Graphics technology, information systems technology. If you like computers, want to do things with computers, we can help you do that. Petroleum technology, electrical utility technology, or linemen. You see those guys climbing the poles to fix the power in the wintertime? Those are our boys. And advanced welding. The next school I want to talk about is our School of General Education and Professional Studies. Within this school, we have an American Sign Language interpreter program. This particular program is available 100% online. A Board of Governors program, criminal justice, early childhood. Our culinary arts program is actually nationally ranked. We are ranked number 5 in the nation for culinary arts programs. Nutrition and dietetic technology, baking and pastry arts, hospitality and tourism, liberal studies, and paralegal studies. And paralegal studies is also a program that is available 100% online. Our third school, the School of Health Sciences, health information technology, health sciences, which actually walks out with a little bit of a specialization, medical laboratory technology, physical therapy assistant, radiologic technology, that's like an X-ray tech, respiratory care, emergency medical services, or EMS workers, vet tech, laboratory assistant, EMT, which is very similar to emergency medical services, or EMS. EMS is a 2-year associate's degree. EMT is a 1-year certificate program. And also we have a licensed practical nursing, or LPN program within the School of Health Sciences. So here is our quick and easy admissions checklist. Number 1, you need to apply. Go to our website, pierpont.edu. There's a big green Apply Now button in the upper right corner. Click on it and go. You got to meet application deadlines. Some of our programs, as I mentioned in the beginning, are selective. Not all, but some. And if your program is selective, there are hard deadlines you must meet. You got to send supplemental documents. We need transcripts from any high school or college that you attended. We also like to have test scores. Sometimes those test scores are required depending on the program you're applying for, and your proof of immunizations. And also, please remember to apply for financial aid, which is my next slide. I wanted to touch on our tuition rates. For a full-time West Virginia resident, our tuition, our base tuition, is only about $2,500 a semester. For a non-resident, our tuition is really only about $5,800 a semester, which is really good. Financial aid, again, make sure you get that FAFSA done. That FAFSA unlocks your ability to get any kind of funding. Obviously, we're going to look for scholarships. You don't have to pay those back. Grants, there is a very cool grant for West Virginia residents. If you're joining us, you live in West Virginia, check out the West Virginia Invest Grant. It can pay up to 100% of mandatory fees and base tuition. So it takes a huge chunk out of your financial burden. And then clearly there's always loan options available. This is how you get in touch with me. I would love to talk to all of you and answer any more questions you might have. And I'll turn it back over to Courtney.
Thanks so much, Sky, to you and Pierpont. Our final presentation tonight is from the University of Alabama.
Okay, hi everybody. Thank you all for coming today. My name is Billy Rude. I am actually a regional recruiter with the University of Alabama. So I am located in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which means I do get to get into the West Virginia state pretty often during travel season when we're not in a pandemic. But I do handle all of the students in West Virginia. So you will be able to reach out to me with any questions you might have. I'm sure most of you have at least heard of the University of Alabama, and you might be a little bit familiar with us. If you are a football fan, you may be familiar with our Division I sports program, and you may have seen that we just recently won the national championship again. So roll tide. That's really exciting. But something that you may not know about Alabama is we're not only a football school. We actually are a leader in enrolling National Merit Scholars each year. And we are also right now #1 among all SEC schools for our internship placement. And we're #2 in the country for our internship placement. So it's not all football. Some of our numbers to break down our university. We are a large Division I research university. We do have about 38,000 total students on our campus. And the undergraduate enrollment's just around 33,000, a little under. Each year we do have somewhere around 7,000 or just under 7,000 freshmen on campus. The really unique thing about Alabama is about 60% of our students come from out of state. So if you're thinking about going to Alabama and you're not sure you're going to fit in, or you feel like, you know, it's too far away or you won't make friends, 60% of the students are just like you, and they're coming from other states outside of Alabama. So that's really unique. We do have a 23-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So even though we are one of those bigger schools, we do break the university down into different colleges. For instance, the College of Nursing, College of Arts and Science, College of Engineering. So you do get to know your professors, and you do get to spend time in the same area and get to know other students and people who are in the major that you are studying too. We do have over 200 different degree options at Alabama. And some of the bigger or more popular majors that I see for students coming from out of state, #1 by far is engineering. We do have a fantastic, fully accredited engineering school with master's tracks, doctorate tracks, 5-year master's tracks. STEM to MBA program. So anybody looking at engineering, I highly recommend checking out Alabama. We also have a really great pre-med program. Anything in kind of that sports broadcasting, sports communication is fantastic as well. And then of course, business, which is a little bit easier to find, but we do have a very big College of Business. If you have a really particular major, something that you're interested in, we even have something called New College, where you can work with an advisor. And if we have the courses, you can combine courses from different majors and kind of come up with your own unique program too. So we call that the college, the New College. And that's where you can self-design a program you might be interested in. So our campus is on 1,000 acres. So it's a pretty big campus. It is all walkable or bikeable. You can bring a car as a freshman, but you definitely do not need a car. That's for sure. But plenty of stuff to do on campus. We do have over 600 different student organizations. We also have the biggest Greek system in the nation. So if being in a fraternity or sorority is something that's always interested you, you might want to check out Alabama. And if you're thinking, oh, that's not for me, we definitely have 600 other student organizations that you can be part of. We do have 3 different dining halls on campus. We've got one of the largest Starbucks in the nation on campus. And just so you don't have to walk too far, we have another Starbucks right on the other side of campus. So we want to make sure you've got your coffee needs. And if you don't like Starbucks, we've got Dunkin' Donuts in there as well. We do have 2 different fitness centers on campus with rock climbing walls. We have a lazy river and a water slide. The average temperature down there is about 70 degrees, so a little bit warmer than what we're having. Although right now they're having some pretty severe weather too, so that's kind of a unique situation. Okay, there we go. Our application process is super easy. For those of you who are seniors, it's not too late to apply. For those of you who are juniors, our application usually opens up around July 1st. We do not require letters of recommendation, and we do not require essays. So super easy, takes about 10 minutes. I won't go too much into detail with that because I know we've only got 6 minutes here, but it is a really simple process. This year we are test optional. For next year, we're going to kind of reevaluate all of that and see if we want to stay test optional. So I'm not sure for next year, but any seniors on for this year, we are test optional if you don't have availability to take an SAT or ACT. Our scholarships are a little bit more unique this year as well, but you can see on the chart here, these are our automatic merit scholarships. We have a really great program where if you have the GPA and you have the test score, you automatically get the scholarship that you see. Again, for next year, those numbers could change a little bit, but we typically pretty much stay similar in numbers. So really, really great out-of-state scholarships. National Merit Finalist Package is one of the best in the country. So if you do become a National Merit Finalist, or if you have any friends who are or are going to become, you definitely, whoa, what is that? Sorry, I got locked out of my screen. Oh, sorry. Okay. So you definitely want to check out Alabama for that. We are located in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. We are open for campus visits. So if anybody is interested in visiting, please pop down and I am happy to help set that up for you. So reach out to me. And it looks like my time is about up. So thank you all for tuning in, and roll Tide.
Thanks so much, Billy, to you and the University of Alabama. I'd now like to invite our panelists to turn back on their cameras and share some of your expert advice with our audience. So what advice would you give someone going through the college search process right now? We'll start and go in the same order that we presented in. So we'll start with Angie or Emily from Davison Elkins.
I think in the college search process, one of the big things that you want to look for is the community engagement. You want to make sure that the community is involved in supporting the school around you. We have excellent community engagement. And another thing I would like to say is get involved. You know, college is what you make of it. So get involved in everything that is being offered to you. Don't sit in your dorm room and, you know, be boring. Get involved, try new things. That's what the college experience is all about. And that's what we encourage all of our students to do.
I love it. Jarrett.
My piece of advice is just to check out as many different schools as possible, different format, like different size of schools, different locations, urban, rural, just see as many different schools as possible so you can kind of figure out what's the best fit for you. And to kind of piggyback on what Angie said, clubs and activities are always the best way to get involved with the university and make the transition as easy as possible.
Thank you, Madison.
So mine is kind of similar to what they're saying, but really for me, I know that I viewed, like Jarrett said, I viewed like 6 or 7 colleges before I made the option to come to EKU. So it was just what felt like home to me. Even though it was still far away from where I was from, I still got that sense of home from the counselors that helped me through the process, through everybody that was the higher ups that kind of brought me through, and campus visits. Definitely do a campus visit, because that's where you're going to meet people, see and interact with other people that work at that university. And I think that a lot of students don't realize that the people that work there, that is the face of the university. So you need to feel comfortable there, feel welcomed there with open arms. And then also like the financial part. I know that nobody likes to talk about that, but that's a big issue too. So just make sure that you're looking at the finances and making sure that it's something that you can afford and that you're comfortable with. And I always tell students that you have to invest in something in your life. And for you, it might be a car or a house, but for some people, it's their education. So don't get scared if it's too expensive, because you have to invest in something in life.
Thanks, Madison. Sky.
I think the number one thing that I tell my students that come to visit, especially those of you who might be undecided, is to pick 3 or 4 of the things that college offers and take a peek at not only the college campus. Of course, you want to have a cool, fun campus with lots of activities, but click into that model schedule and really take a look at what classes that degree is going to have you take to get where you want to go. And then once you narrow that down just a little bit further, double check in the area that you want to end up in. If you want to live in your home state, that's great. See what people who got that degree are actually earning in your home state. And if you want to travel and move across the country, same deal. See what people are earning with that degree.
Thanks, Sky. And finally, Billy.
Okay. Man, a bummer I have to go last, right? Everybody else had such great stuff. Something that I always tell my students is to use your recruiter. Use us. That's what we are for, especially if you're looking at a big school like the University of Alabama. I don't live in West Virginia, but I'm pretty close. I live in Pittsburgh, right on the border there. And that's my job, is to help you. So don't be afraid of me. We are just normal people. I may or may not have pajama pants on the bottom, just like you probably do when you're on Zoom school. So we're just real people. Don't be afraid of us. If you're going to come down and visit, reach out, let your recruiter know, hey, I'm going to be in your state, or I'm going to be in your, at your school. My school, I don't know about the rest of you, but I can set up a really nice day for you when you visit. Or if you're sitting back thinking, why haven't I heard from Alabama? They must not want me, when really your transcripts got lost in the mail and we never got them. So if you just reach out to us, that's what we are here for. We want to help you through this. You're not bothering us. Shoot us an email, a text, but keep us in the loop with your questions and the process you're going through.
I think that can't be overstated, that these professionals on the screen that are smiling at you are really there to help you through the process, and there's no silly questions. And it's better to get it from the expert's mouth too, rather than to hear from a friend of a friend who heard that XYZ. So please use these professionals as you have questions. Panelists, I'd like to ask you one final question, and you can choose either tell us a fun campus tradition, like one of your favorite traditions at your institution, or a fun fact about your college or institution. And this time we'll go in reverse order. So Billy, you get to go first this time.
Oh man, this time I thought I had time to think about it. Well, okay, of course, a big part of tradition at Alabama is football games. So Really, really fun. I know sometimes people consider West Virginia the South, sometimes you don't. But for me being from Pennsylvania, it's definitely considered the South. So it's a whole different tradition down there where the girls are dressed up, wearing pearls, the boys are looking nice in a button-down shirt, tailgating, the elephant stomp, which is where the band kind of plays before the game, and Big Al's there stomping around. So definitely, if you come to Alabama, going to football games will be a huge part of the tradition.
Fun. I think Sky, you're up next.
Okay, I think one of my favorite days on campus is move-in day. When all of our students show up with their moms and dads, and they have carloads of stuff to move into their dorm rooms. And we have a very cool tradition here. Like I said, we have a very unique partnership with one of our local universities. And our students live in the same dorm as their students. And they get a group of volunteers, typically students, typically football players, that help with move-in day. And what happens is you pull up, somebody meets you at your window and says, you're in dorm room 14B. By the time you turn around and look in the trunk of your car, those guys have your junk and it's gone. It's in your room before you and your mom and dad can even kiss and say goodbye. It's out of there. And you don't have to worry about carrying it up the stairs. You don't have to worry about having enough people to have hands on deck. It's out of there. And it's really cool to watch.
And that's magic, because move-in day is by far always the hottest day of the year, right? Madison, you're up next.
Okay, awesome. So one of them at EKU that I absolutely love, and I got to experience this because I also graduated from EKU last May, so it hasn't even been a year for me, is whenever we have freshmen move in a week earlier than everyone else on campus, and that week is dedicated to freshmen. So you have the whole campus to yourself. We have activities for students. We have this super cool thing. It's called like Meyer Mania. And with COVID, we still do it. It's just we wear masks and we take a lot more trips to the bus station. But we have Meyer, and it's closed for all the public. It's only open for EKU students. And there's raffles there. You get coupons. There's giveaways. And it's just super fun because like you've already spent the full week there on campus meeting new people. So like hopping in your car, hopping on a bus, you go over to Meyer and you have a bunch of stuff. Like coupons, like I said, and just little raffles, and it's really fun. And then also you have like a midnight breakfast. So like you're obviously so excited that you're not living under your parents' roof anymore. So like, oh my gosh, you're gonna stay out past midnight. So there is a midnight breakfast for all of the freshmen that are there, and it's just super fun because you feel like an adult finally, like you're on your own. So that's one of the things that I love that EKU does is the first week is designated for freshmen only.
And freedom. Jarrett, I think you're up next.
All right, so a fun fact about Point Park University is we are actually the only university located in downtown Pittsburgh. We're the only downtown campus. So like I said, if you like the idea of being a city, it's a good place to go. So you have access to so many things to walk and see and do.
Perfect. And Davis and Elkins, bringing up the last fun fact or campus tradition.
Yeah, so at Davis and Elkins, we have 2 historic mansions that were the original buildings on our campus. And these were the summer homes of Senator Davis and Senator Elkins, which is why our sports teams are called the Senators. And we are Division II. And in those mansions, Halliehurst is where administrative offices are, as well as the Office of Admissions. And the other mansion, Graceland, is actually a fully operational bed and breakfast that has 12 Victorian style rooms, and families of students can stay there at a discounted rate, and it's right on campus. So it's a really cool option for parents that want to come for athletics game or even just a weekend away.
Nice fun history too. Cool. Well, I'd like to say thank you to everyone for joining us this evening. Have fun through this college search process. There's so much to be excited about and lots of fun milestones to be had. Thank you for joining us. As you close out tonight, there'll be a quick 4-question survey. So please provide us with some helpful feedback. Sign up for more sessions. There's still another group of sessions after this. There's a group of sessions tomorrow and the following day. Again, this was recorded, and that recording will be available on that same website where you originally signed up. And we hope to see you another time. So have a great night, everyone.